I'm proud to introduce my friend Tim Elmore, who will be delivering today's word. I work side by side with Tim more than 2 decades, and I can promise you that he is someone you want to learn from. Tim went on to found Growing Leaders, and today we are excited to have him as a Maxwell Leadership Thought Leader. He has spoken to more than 500,000 leaders in business and schools around the world and has written 37 books. So he's ready to give you his wisdom today.
Thanks, John. I'm honored to be with you again. Today, I've chosen the word presence. I want to talk about your presence today. One of my heroes, like many of you, is Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He was known as the civil rights leader during the 50s and 60s of the 20th century. When I studied his life, however, I learned that he modeled presence so well. In fact, if you look at 1955 to 1963, Dr. King modeled presence. He was very much there modeling the way with the marches and the boycotts and the sit-ins. He did it all. In fact, he was thrown in prison 29 times, some of the times on purpose, just to model through his presence what he was willing to do for the cause. After 1963, it's not like he didn't do anything anymore. In fact, he won a Nobel Peace Prize, met with the President of the United States, but he was starting to be absent at that time. He used his presence differently. And the reason he did is he wanted to make sure he was raising up other leaders after him. Back then, a young John Lewis was following him. John Lewis was in his 20s. And there were times when Dr. King didn't make a meeting. And John Lewis would call him up and say, "Dr. King, we need you here." And he would say, "No, you don't. You know what to say, John." And he realized the only way John would step up is Dr. King's presence wasn't in the room. So sometimes we model and mentor with our presence. Sometimes we model and mentor with our absence. But remember, it's you stewarding your presence very well.